Welcome to Deep Thought, making a decision free from emotion. Man, that is the hardest. That's probably the hardest thing on the planet to do. I mean, it's tough. And this is why. Most people, when they make choices, when they speak, when they buy something, when they make an any important decision. I mean, you see it a lot in relationships, right? For men and women. A lot of times it wasn't emotion free. Basically, there was some type of emotion involved. And, it could be anything from, just feeling like lust or, desire to fear, anything. And very, very few people make a calm decision just based on, what their course of action is the best for them, right? That's why a lot of times, I'm going to tell you what, I'll share this about me. People say I'm a very calm person, right? They'll even talk trash, something will happen, and they'll be like, dang, Rom, you don't respond right away. Because one of the things I found, if you respond without really thinking about it, in most cases you come to regret it. Not all cases. But in most cases you come to regret it. You ever cut somebody off or something like that and you're like, damn, why I do that? Or you buy some vehicle or something because it looked good to you at the time. Or you buy some food or something, and then you end up sick. Or how many people have bought those clothes, or especially some women, how many of y'all bought those shoes, right? They look good, and then you wear it, you're like, man, why'd I buy these? Because that's an emotional thing. Shit, in fact, much of the economy, much of the society now counts on you doing stuff without thinking about it in a sober manner. And when I say sober, that don't necessarily mean you drunk, but you under the influence of your emotions, right? Like, there was some stuff recently, I don't want to get into it, but, my first reaction was some rah-rah stuff, but then I sat back and then I started laughing, and I was just like, man, this ain't even worth it, all right? And that's how I usually do stuff. That's why, like, a lot of times, it's funny, people can't figure me out, and I've had people say that, it's like, just because I don't show any emotion right away, because I'm calculating it. Don't think I'm not responding. I'm just not showing it to you. I say I'm that type. I give it back a calculated response or non-response sometimes. Sometimes a non-response is better anyway, because then it got the other party thinking, damn, what's up with them? Because every decision I make, believe it or not, every decision I make, and I still slip up once in a blue moon. I do, because I'm still human. But every decision I make, I think about the long-term implications of it. Even buying something as simple as shoes. If I buy some shoes, I'm like, well, can I wear these again? Yeah, can I wear these again? Nah. Or, is this something I'll wear like weeks from now? Am I going to make money with this? Believe it or not, when I buy clothes, I always think, am I going to make money with it? And I even think in terms of, okay, I like it, but is it something I'm going to wear? Will I be comfortable in it? Like every single thing, if I buy a book, I got to think, okay, I'm buying this book. What is this book giving me? Even a comic book. And I tell people I still collect comics. I look at a comic book and I'm like, all right, well, I'm getting entertainment from it. And actually, sometimes I get business ideas from a comic book because remember, I'm a fiction writer too. So I'm like, all right, or who I deal with, like, intimately. Yeah, I like that big butt. Big butt and nice breasts. But then I'm thinking to myself, okay, is this woman something a long-term good for me? Or isn't she? Is she somebody I want to actually deal with long-term? And I don't make that decision, like, lightly. Because if it's a situation I'm dealing with, or I'm dealing with this person, I'm just like, and if I feel like if I can't see it, you know, and sometimes I might take a while to make that like ultimate decision. If I can't see it long term, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. But it's not an emotional thing. And see, here's the problem. Many people make that decision based on emotion, and then, like I said, they come to regret it. There's many women, and not so much men. We're a little bit more pragmatic with relationships, but many breakups are with women are based just on some emotion. That dude didn't bring flowers or something, so they broke up from him. Shit, he didn't satisfy him as much, so it's an emotional thing. And they'll do it, and then, based on emotion, then maybe get with somebody else, and then they get more messed up. And then it was like, they should have thought this through. And then once they start thinking it through, they'll think, you know what, we could have solved that issue. And that's the thing. You making a major decision, it can't. You gotta take emotion all the way out of it, and you gotta take every factor out of it. You gotta look at all angles. A great gift, if you have it, is the ability to see all the possibilities. And that's a major gift. I don't know if that's something. I honestly don't know if that can be developed or that's something inherent in the person. But whatever the case, I think everyone should try. They should try to say, okay, if I do this, what can possibly happen? And one thing, somebody could develop it. Let me think about that, what I just said. Yeah, somebody could, but it would have to be based on experience. That's why I like talking to people, and I like getting in it. Sometimes I might just talk with them. It might not seem anything, but I'm learning something from them, because you can learn a lot from somebody else's experience. I don't need to take drugs, to experience, to know that they're a bad thing. I look at somebody else getting jacked up. It's like, okay. Or even business, anything. I can see how they're going. And so I don't have to deal with it. Right? So, yeah. It's, it's interesting. It's something that you want to focus on, you want to do. And one of the ways to get to that point to make an emotional decision, one, start meditating. Learn how to stay calm in the face of everything. I've discussed this before, but some stuff came up that kind of inspired this, right? Stay calm no matter what. Just stay calm. Just sit back and just look at it. Just be like, okay, right? Stay calm, look at it, and then, right, start weighing the pros and cons of different decisions, right? For example, that car. Well, you know what? It looks sharp. It might get you some prestige, some status, stuff like that. And emotionally, it make you feel good to drive in something like that, right? But ask yourself, say, okay, I get this car. All right. Am I going to be able to drive every place with it? Can I afford repairs? When I'm driving, am I going to be putting in places that'll scratch it up? Because how some people get these expensive cars, they will park it. They like be in a store parking lot or something, take up 4 spaces so nobody touches it, and still get ran into by like a shopping cart or something. But you got to think about all those decisions. Can I keep up with the gas and insurance for this car? Because there's a lot of people who will do stuff like that. They'll make a purchase, it look good, but then they don't keep up with it. And then it becomes, they spend more money than they thought. It becomes a bigger headache. But that's how you have to look at it. You have to look at all the pictures, and you have to take the emotion out of it. In fact, if it's a major decision, it probably shouldn't be made with emotion. You got to think on it. The elders would say sleep on it. So, anyway, that's it for today. Just think on what I'm saying. Peace.